Hello everyone. This lesson is on sales tax and total cost. During the lesson, feel free to write down anything that appears on the screen. Remember, you can also pause the video or go back if you missed something or if it's going too fast. Sales tax is money that gets added to the price of most items, which the government takes. In Ontario, sales tax is called HST, and that stands for Harmonized Sales Tax. The government takes 13% from all purchases. So if you're ever calculating the HST on an item, you have to remember it's 13%. That's a very important number to remember. So let's work through an example. Bob needed to buy some strawberry jam for his peanut butter and jam sandwiches. This is what he found in the store. So there's some jam. The price sticker said $2.97. What will be the HST? So we have to remember that HST is always 13% of the price. So to calculate percent of a number, we take the percent and write it as the decimal form. Then we multiply by the price. So when I type that in my calculator, this is the answer I get. But you have to remember, since we're talking about money, money is always two numbers after the decimal, because we round to the nearest cent. So when I look at this number, the third digit after the decimal is 5 or more, which bumps this one up. So it ends up rounding to 39 cents. So the HST, or the sales tax, is 39 cents. What will be the total cost of the jam? Well, the regular price is $2.97. Tax is 39 cents. Tax gets added on to the regular price. So total price equals regular price plus tax. The regular price is $2.97, and the tax is 39 cents. We figured that out here. So when I add those numbers together, I get $3.36. So the total cost of the jam will be $3.36. So the takeaway from this question is that anytime you are trying to figure out the total cost of an item, you have to add the tax. And sales tax in Ontario is always 13% of the item's cost. Let's do another example. Bob's younger brother Brent has decided to buy a brand new Tesla Roadster with a price tag of $101,500. How much will Brent have to pay for the car? So just like the previous question, we have to consider the sales tax. This is a very expensive car. That's more than I have on my mortgage right now for my house. But anyway, you still have to pay HST on cars. Now I'm going to show you two different methods to solve this problem, and you don't need to be able to do both methods. You just get to pick your favorite, whichever one makes the most sense to you. So this first method is the same as what we did in the previous question. Calculate the HST of the item and then add that to the regular price. So sales tax is 13% of the regular price. So 0.13 times the regular price, which was up here. So he ends up paying $13,195 just in tax. That tax has to be added to the regular price to get a total price of $114,695. Now I mentioned I was going to show you a second method to solve this problem. And I just want to say up front, we're going to get the same answer. So I'll show you the second method. If you like it better than the first method, feel free to use the method. It doesn't matter which one you use. So for this second method, I'm just going straight to the total price. I have to keep in mind that if I'm paying the regular price plus 13% of the price, overall I'm paying 113% of the price. So in method 2, I'm just going to calculate 113% of my regular price. So I write my percent as a decimal and multiply by my regular price. And when I do the calculation, I end up with a total price of $114,695. And that's the same as what I got using method 1. Method 2 is a little bit faster because we don't have to do 2 steps, we just do the whole thing in 1 step. So again, we can answer these questions where we're finding the total price after tax in 2 different ways, and it doesn't matter which way you do it, you're going to get the same answer. If you ever pay cash for an item, you're going to need to get change, and you want to make sure you're getting the correct change. So we're going to talk about making change. If you pay with cash, you probably won't pay the exact amount. So to calculate change, you take the amount you pay and you subtract the cost. So let's do an example. If Bob only has a $5 bill to pay for the jam from example 1, how much change should he receive from the cashier? Well, if you'll recall, from example 1, that jar of jam cost $3.36. And we want to know how much change Bob is going to get if he pays with a $5 bill. Now there's something else you need to know when paying with cash, and that's that we don't have any pennies anymore. So what we have to do is we need to round to the nearest nickel. And I have this little chart down here to help you. This would be something good to write down. So if your cent amount ends with a 1 or a 2, that rounds it down to the nearest 0. 3 or 4 rounds it up to the nearest 5. 6 or 7 round down to the nearest 5. 8 or 9 round up to the nearest 10. So this cost here, $3.36, we have to round it to the nearest nickel. So we can't have cent values that end in numbers other than 0 or 5. Okay, so it ends with a 6. That's down here. That'll round down to the nearest 5. So our cost of $3.36 rounds down to $3.35 when we're rounding to the nearest nickel. So now that we've rounded our cost to the nearest nickel, we can now calculate change. So change is the amount you pay minus the cost. So in this case, the amount he's paying is $5, and we have to subtract the cost, which is $3.35. And when I do the calculation, I get $1.65. So Bob should receive $1.65 in change.